Hello! I have no idea how many people are watching. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Shit! Where'd the chat go? Uh-oh, I completely fucked up the YouTube stuff. Come on. Come on, chat. I'm having to change a bunch of things because I accidentally changed where the chat is, and then... Come on. Chat, you can do this. Go over there. Oopsie. Now I gotta wait for it to load. Yay! Here we are. Now the chat's working fine. Okay. So, other than Milk, who's here? It says 3 people are watching. I'm not doing well today. That will not stop me from doing this, though. Is no one else here? Me, myself, and I. Oh, and you're... I am not saying that last word. Okay, so... fuck. How do I get this up? Here we go. New set of origami. New set of colors. Kind of. Yay, Gabriel. Okay. So, before I get started on this, I have a question for you guys. And that question is, what time is it? I'm gonna wait for an answer. Wow, the delay is immense! I guess I'm gonna get started voting while I wait for an answer. So, what time is it? No one in the chat gonna answer? If no one in the chat's gonna say anything, I'm actually gonna give out the answer right now. If by the time I finish this finish crane, what? Okay, so, but if by the time I finish this first crane, no one's giving me an answer, just guess if you don't know. I don't mean the question, like, literally. Well, actually, I kind of do and I kind of don't. Not literally as in, like, what time is it where you are right now. But I do mean, what time is it? Maybe if I show you guys this image, you'd know what I mean. Let's see. Let's see how long it takes for that image to go on there because of the delay. Or did it go on there? I'm willing to bet that nobody knows what I'm actually talking about. Okay, so what you just saw was, at the end, you probably saw it, the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists. They publish this thing regularly, called the Doomsday Clock. It's basically a measure of how close the world is to nuclear war. This year, they announced that in part because of the rise of nationalism in general, in part because of the way Donald Trump has been talking about nuclear weapons, and in part because of the way that countries in the world have been acting when it comes to nuclear weapons, they've moved their doomsday clock closer to midnight. And midnight on their doomsday clock is nuclear war. It's a lot to think about. According to those scientists, the world is now closer to nuclear war. For a while there, it was actually going backwards away from nuclear war, back when the New START agreement was signed between America and Russia, and then it started ticking up again slowly but steadily, even under Obama's term. I think this is the first time that they've used like 2.5 minutes before midnight. Before they always went by like entire minutes, but this year they went by just a half a minute. So it used to be 3 minutes before midnight. That's how it was starting 2015, if I remember correctly. But no, in 2017, 2.5 minutes to midnight. Yeah. And nuclear war basically means Armageddon. So the moving the clock forward by just a half a minute just shows how unsure we are. How unpredictable Donald Trump is. Because even they don't know. Is it a full minute? Is it not a full minute? They don't know, so they compromised. Superstitious bullshit, my ass. They use this as a measure of how close they believe the world is. It's not this thing where they're basing it off of anything. They base it off of the real geopolitical situation of the world at the time that they make the assessments. They have a full statement on why they moved it closer to nuclear Armageddon on their website. Just Google Doomsday Clock and it should pop up. Although, if you go to the media, they will give you a very, very condensed version of the reasons. The reasons that they moved it forward by 30 seconds it's not just Donald Trump. They have this entire 18-page statement for the reasons why they moved it closer. And Donald Trump is not the only thing they cite. The media makes it seem that way, but no, Donald Trump is not the only thing they cite. They also cite the way Pakistan and India have been acting, and the way China's been acting with Pakistan. The spread of fake news they also cite. And they also cite the way that North Korea is continuing its nuclear weapons program, even though many, many rounds of United Nations sanctions are placed against them, and it seems to be doing literally nothing to stop them. 18 pages of this, and I only got through like 6. So there's probably more reasons. So yeah, that's a thing. What is there to talk about today when it comes to politics stuff? Well, media I saw were mostly discussing the effects of what Donald Trump's executive actions so far are, and I'm not about to rehash all that, so no. The answer is no. Oh yeah, you kind of did. So let's talk about politics outside of the United States in a little while, since Donald Trump hasn't done anything new and I don't feel like saying what I've already said. Like, I don't feel like repeating myself from yesterday. So let's move over across the Pacific Ocean to Japan, where today, in the city of Osaka, a major protest happened by Zainichi Chosenjin, Koreans in Japan. Not to be confused with Zainichi Kankokujin, also Koreans in Japan. The difference between Zainichi Chosen and Zainichi Kankoku is Kankoku is allied with South Korea, Chosen is allied with North Korea. Also, Raz, your stuff about fake news. I know there's a huge delay, but I just have to address this. Fake news is getting more common. There's a reason why I don't get my news from Facebook anymore. The stuff that's on there is just stupid. I never really got my news from Facebook to begin with, but like the few times I've gone on my Facebook news feed, I look at it and it's just like, come on. Although fake news is like they only mentioned that in passing, the board of atomic scientists. So I'm not. I don't think that's the main reason they did the thing. Anyway, talking about the Zainichi Chosenjin and their protest in Osaka City. What they did. They're protesting on the street because the city of Osaka decided to cut their funding. Cut the funding of Zainichi Chosen of this thing called Chosen Gakko. Chosen Gakko is basically a series of schools ran by Koreans allied with North Korea who live in Japan. I hope you can see why the Japanese government does not want to fund those schools. But they're mad, saying that no, it's a violation of your right to education. They're protesting because a judge recently ruled, no, it's not a violation of the right to education, and they're obviously not happy about that. Number two. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, you can see why the schools are upset, but at the same time, North Korea. Now, I didn't read into it too much, but my basic understanding is that the people there, they do not want they do not want the funding from the Japanese government to go away. And the reason why they're specifically doing it in Osaka is because most of the funding that comes from the Japanese government, it comes from the local governments, not the Japanese central government. And the city of Osaka is just the latest one in a series of a large amount of cities that did it. So yeah, that's happening in Japan. I'm not sure how it's going to go. Supposedly they took it to court, and the courts ruled that they ruled in favor of the local governments that don't want to fund them. What else is there? Oh, the one new thing about Donald Trump that I do want to talk about today. His list of infrastructure priorities, which I have major issues with. Not because of what's on there. It's because of what's not on there. So, for those of you who live in Hawaii, or Honolulu to be more specific, you probably know of rail. The Honolulu Rail. The project has been going on for a little while now. To be completely honest, I think it's about fucking time Hawaii got a rail system. Not just Honolulu, like all of Hawaii. Although this is only Honolulu. I'll take what I can get. So, yeah, it's expected to be one of the most expensive infrastructure projects in the entire United States. So let's not go about whether the way they're doing it right now is good or bad, or if it'll be good or bad for the economy. No. That's not what we're talking about right now. It's expected to be one of the most expensive infrastructure projects in the entire United States. It is not on Donald Trump's list of priority infrastructure projects. So, will Hawaii get federal funding for the rail? Probably not. Not under a Trump presidency. Granted, the people were expecting to move without the extra funds. It's just the extra funds could have helped them. Now, I don't like the way rail's been handled so far, but that's an entirely separate debate from what I'm saying right now. Uh-oh. I'm just saying, apparently Donald Trump does not care to fund the Hawaii rail system. Honestly, I think that's not really... I don't think there's a political agenda behind it. I think it just shows that the people on the mainland, or at least the politicians at Washington, they probably don't give a shit about Hawaii. Why would you care about a bunch of islands that's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean? That the main reason why you pay attention to them is because of the military bases and its strategic potential. And the only other thing that it's really good for is being a tourist spot that you go to for when you're trying to have a good time for vacation. I'll say this again, I'm not a big fan of the way that the rail has been handled so far. But I will say this, the general sentiment is pro-rail for me. I have concerns about rail, but public transit means less vehicles on the road, meaning less money for the oil companies and car manufacturers. Oh, that's entirely possible too. A lot of locals have complaints about rail, but it's unrelated to all that. A lot of them are saying that part of the reason why it's so expensive is because they're trying to go for this elevated rail system. So here's the road and then here's the rail on top of road held up by pillars, which makes it a huge amount more expensive than it would be if it wasn't like that. And I can think of no reason why they didn't do the other one, but that's one of the problems people have here. Number 3. But still, Washington doesn't seem to care. It's interesting, though, that all these other infrastructure projects get funded. Hawaii, no. I haven't seen the full list of infrastructure projects that you see, but I have seen news reports about what's not on it. Now, I could nitpick a whole bunch of other stuff about it if I looked at the list, probably. I'm just not going to do it because I don't want to give myself a million more ulcers. Donald Trump's infrastructure pledge, though? Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's some asterisks attached to it. Otherwise, Hawaii's rail probably would have been on that list. Those are the 3 main things I wanted to talk about in terms of news. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about, please feel free to send it to me however you can. Is there anything else that I got that I should address? Let's see. Something about a tax on Mexican goods. Oh yeah, I was reading about that. So that's one of the plans that Republicans have come up with to try and fund the border wall with Mexico. Tax Mexican goods. Whether it'll be a flat tariff on everything imported from Mexico, or a graduated something or other tax. I don't know, I could be getting the wrong way, but it's like a special kind of tax that, I mean, it looks like a tariff, but if you really read it, it's not, but it is complicated. If it's the other one with a long name that I can't remember, what that basically means is if the company is based in the United States, and so like based in the United States, so it's an American company, and it outsources its labor to Mexico. Any products that they make in Mexico, when it gets imported into the United States, will be taxed X amount. Which is... it's a complicated system to implement, but, like, I'm thinking of ways to get around it right now, which could... I don't know how... Like, well, how do they define a company that's based... an American company? If they do it with, oh, the company has their headquarters in the United States, then all companies need to do is move the headquarters outside of the United States to avoid the tax. You see, I'm thinking of ways to avoid the tax like here right now, but I'm not even a legal expert. You can bet that those huge corporations have huge legal teams thinking of even more obscure ways to avoid the tax right now. And then if it's a flat import tariff, that has its own huge slew of issues that I will not get into, partly because I don't understand all of it. Economics is complicated. Like, really complicated. Or just go to a different country. The one thing that's really striking to me is that right now Trump's focusing a lot on companies in the United States outsourcing labor. So, what about companies that are not based in the United States? Yeah, I suppose you could say economics is interesting. I find it interesting reading about it, although I would never actually want to make it my job. I don't understand how economists exist. I don't know how they can stand to do their job. Economic theory is good, but it's like to make it your job. What else is there to talk about? New York Times has an article on Trump's immigration order from yesterday, but I'm not going to read through that because I don't want to talk about that any more than I just did. Mike Connors, principal private detective on Mannix, dies at age 91. I have no idea who that is. God, I know nothing about pop culture in the United States. Did you get... Yes, I did see that you sent me the Revan vid, Milk. But I did not actually watch the whole thing. Revan, Miss Anime Girl, is Darth Revan, Sith Lord from Star Wars. Or at least the extended Star Wars universe. He was in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1. Mentioned a lot of times in Knights of the Old Republic 2, and I think he makes appearances in the Old Republic. Ah, Gabriel, you have a band gig. Okay. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be doing this stream. I'm going to try and end it by 8 o'clock. Well, never mind. I'm not going to try and end it by 8 o'clock. That's 10 minutes away, so screw that. I want to get at least 10 done. So we'll see. Oh, come on. Oh, I should tell you guys about the YouTube email stuff. Because I actually got a response from YouTube on my question about is nuclear weapons and the atom bomb something that warrants demonetization. They told me that they cannot give me editorial advice on videos. Great, that is not what I wanted to know, YouTube! So in other words, YouTube's not gonna fucking help me. Should be no surprise, but... it is what it is. I'm going to just work under the assumption that videos on nuclear weapons and the atom bombs will be demonetized. Because they're not giving me answers. So I only have my assumptions to go off of. Okay. It's like Steam's customer service. I have not had that much experience with Steam's customer service. So I don't know what it's like, but I've heard horror stories though. Okay, 5. I want to get at least 10 done. There should be like 78. 4 of that is in colors that I do not want to include in this, so 74. The colors that I do not want to include are gold and silver. It seems flashy to me, and I don't like it. Most customer service is terrible, mainly from a lack of support from corporate people. Maybe. It's just, sometimes it's frustrating for the consumer who's trying to get help. Okay. And this fold. I'm looking into buying a webcam because I have no idea where the other one went. Oh my god. Because that way I can show you guys what happens as I fold this, which hopefully will be more entertaining than just me, like, leaning down over my desk doing stuff that you don't see and can't see. I don't know. I lost my. I can't. Okay, brain, work now. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Those are all stuff I don't want to talk about. Holy shit. Is there nothing that, like... Fark, give me something that makes me feel good inside. Ugh. The experience should feel like you're in the woods, and Zalone said, I want to walk through it and forget for maybe 30 seconds that we're there in the middle of Manhattan. Whoa, what? Pop-up forest could grow in Times Square pedestrian plazas. What? Oh, jeez. That's an interesting idea. The city's former plant ecologist, Muriel Anzalon, has been working to bring a pop-up forest to Times Square's pedestrian plazas. She and her team would transport shrubs, wildflowers, ferns, mosses, grasses, and trees up to 30 feet tall from nurseries around the cities to the plazas located between West 45th and 47th and Broadway and 7th Avenue. I have no idea where that is because I live nowhere near New York City. So, interesting. So, they're trying to bring a forest into New York is what I'm getting from this? Kind of. Like, not like an actual forest, but like a mini forest. Interesting proposal. I have no idea how it's gonna work out, but... interesting. Okay. Finish up the folds. Come on. Last fold. This is number 6. Are you trying to make a drinking game out of this? Because I do not drink. Every single thing of alcohol that I've drank so far, I have not liked. I've been meaning to getting to try sake, but no, I have not been able to. I've tried wine, I've tried champagne. I don't think either one was the particularly good brands, but I tried it. I didn't like it. I don't know. I'm starting to think it's not the drink that I don't like, but the alcohol in the drink that I don't like. Come on. Have I tried a mixed cod kale? Cod kale! What the fuck is a cod kale? No. Have I tried a mixed cocktail? No, I have not. And no, I have not tried vodka. I've heard that if you get strong ones, it burns as it goes down your throat. which doesn't sound particularly appetizing to me. Of course, that's assuming you drink it straight, which I've heard some people, or at least a lot of people, don't, unless you're in Russia. I've heard that in Russia, if you try and drink it uh diluted, they'll say, pussy. Then again, Russia is the country of vodka, so yeah. Whiskey. I don't think I've tried whiskey either. Only comrades can handle vodka. I haven't tried beer, actually. That's the one thing I should probably get around to trying. Not sure if I'd actually like it. But I live in Hawaii. I can pick up a can of Kirin easily from someplace. Or Sapporo, I'm not sure which one's better. Okay. Here we go. Last few folds. Okay, something's gone wrong with this, but oh well. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 7. One age away from getting wasted. Okay, milk. I'm gonna say this right now. It's okay to drink, but don't drink too much. So yeah, try not to get wasted once you are old enough to drink. I remember one time I was still in high school actually when this happened. My mom bought chocolate wine from someplace. It wasn't a particularly good brand of wine. But it was wine. And then I tried it and oof. That was weird. I think my mom just picked that up from Sam's Club since at the time we lived like a block away from Sam's Club. There was like a big building in front of Ala Moana, and on the bottom there's a Walmart, and on top of it they have a Sam's Club. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I could very easily be wrong about that. You know, I could easily go and get some alcohol. I live right by a food land. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but I see this everywhere. Like this blue glass ball with a cork. No, is that a cork? I don't know. Something in it. It's like, oh, is that like a new brand of water? No, it's vodka. Apparently, it's vodka. It looks like it should be water, but it's vodka. Let's see, what else is there? What? Oh my god. Okay. Oh, so we don't know which side it is. Okay, so apparently some teen somewhere decided to steal a Porsche? $12,000 Porsche? No, not 12,000, 1,200,000. And he decided that the smartest thing to do after stealing a car. Not that stealing a car is very smart, but the smartest thing to do, he thought, after stealing a car. Let's brag about it on social media. The weirdest thing, police still haven't found the guy that did that. Favorite cartoon? Favorite clone trooper, I have no idea. I haven't seen enough of the series. Favorite cartoon is... Huh. I gotta think about that. I don't watch Western cartoons that often. I watch anime more than I do cartoons. But I do sometimes watch cartoons. No, I am not gonna say that as my favorite, because then people are... I have a favorite cartoon, but I'd rather not say, so instead I'm going to say Codename Kids Next Door. I have not seen some of the newer ones, so I'm not saying the newer ones are bad, like Steven Universe and all that. They could be good. I just haven't seen them. So I don't know. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Steven Universe is very good. I haven't seen it, so... I mean, I could go watch it anytime. I have a TV. I could just turn it on when it's on. But no, I haven't bothered. I could also easily search for it on the internet, but no, I haven't bothered. I don't know why, but most Western cartoons, there are a few exceptions, but most Western cartoons have not interested me in a long time. The only one that I'm vaguely keen on seeing is Samurai Jack, the new one. That's coming out sooner or later. Favorite Jedi? Should I say this? It's gonna be big spoilers for Knights of the Old Republic. That's like a game that's years old though. Is it really spoilers? Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna say it anyway. The game's years old. If someone screams spoilers, whatever. Darth Revan, after he got redeemed. That would be my favorite Jedi. And I know it's not a reboot of Samurai Jack. I know it's a new season. I just said the new one because it's being newly made. You have it in your Steam account. You what? I've played Knights of the Old Republic 1. I've finished it several times over already. It's one of the very few games that I've finished several times. I usually do not finish my games several times over. Usually I finish it and just I'm done with it. Unless it's a game like EU4 where there is no you decide what winning means. That mask, yeah, Revan is impressive. I don't like how in Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO one, they gave him like a face. I liked it better when he was mysterious. This figure where it's like you don't even know if it's a he or a she. But no, in canon it is officially a he. Yeah, everyone wanted to see what Revan looked like in the when the game came out. But like, you know, some of those questions like that are best left unanswered. Like, what is Master Chief's face? Best left unanswered. Okay, so I think 9? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Number 10, we go. That didn't work, I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me when I said that. Come on. Come on. Okay. Thirsty. This is just water? I have Crystal Pepsi in the refrigerator waiting for a day for me to bring it up and drink it again. It's just every single time I've started these streams in the last few days, like no, today and yesterday it's been late at night, and Crystal Pepsi has Crystal Pepsi? No, Crystal Pepsi has caffeine in it. So I don't want to drink it and then like stay up for the rest of the night. I have problems sleeping as it is. I don't need caffeine making it worse. Open that shit up, fuck sleep. No! I have trouble. I woke up at 3 p.m. today. I didn't set my alarm because I didn't go to class. I didn't feel well, so I have a doctor's note, don't worry. They told me not to go back to school until the 30th. I gotta email my teachers about that. I got in trouble on Wednesday for not emailing them. Ugh. Okay. Uh-oh. Come on. You did the exact same thing. Uh-oh. Okay. Kylo Ren wishes he was that cool, yeah! Kylo Ren wishes he had Revan's mask. I would love to see a Star Wars movie based in the Old Republic. Not like the prequel Republic. No, the Old Republic, like Knights of the Old Republic, Old Republic. That would be interesting, assuming that they can actually get a decent movie plot going and don't have people's writing shit. Get the people who wrote Rogue One to write the other movie. The one based in the Old Republic. That would be amazing. Seems to be a running theme with Sith. Well, maybe the mask. I'm not so sure if it's really that much of a running theme. I mean, sure, you see it in a lot of Sith, but... Hoods, yes. Masks, I don't know. Then again, hoods is a running theme for Jedi, too. Is this 10 or is it 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Darth Maul, never heard of. Darth Revan, yeah, I know. Kylo Ren. Then there are other Sith that have masks for various reasons. I mean, Vader has that full fucking helmet. How many have I made so far? Not counting the ones I made today. In the description, you'll find that I have 904 left to go, not counting the cranes I made today. I'm not sure how much exactly I'm going to make today for the number of cranes. I'm not going to stop until I reach 1,000. And even after that, I might not stop. I haven't decided if I'm going to continue after 1,000 or not. I'm seriously considering just if Trump doesn't do anything, making folding another 1,000, and if that doesn't do anything, another 1,000, and another 1,000, and so on and so forth. If I decide to do that, I'll probably be folding cranes till the end of time, which, almost never check descriptions. Yeah, a lot of people don't check descriptions. It can be sometimes annoying for content creators where it's like, I said this in the description, why are you asking me this? I also post on Twitter and Facebook, status updates. Every single time I finish one, I tell people how much I folded that day and how much I have left to fold before I reach 1,000. I just got a Skype message. Is that Darth? Is that Mar? Yes, it is. Okay. Hood and mask. Interesting. Come on. I should do something special at like the 250, 500, and 750 marks. What should I do on the 250, 500, and that dance party? I'm not sure how that's gonna work, honestly. Okay. Did you? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not sure how much more I'm gonna fold, but I'm probably gonna stop sooner or later. Might be after this one. Oh. People making female clone troopers. Triggered. Well, in the canon, they're clones of a guy, so. Wait, are you talking about? You're talking about the RP thing you're on? Yeah, Milk. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna finish up after this, since it's almost 8:30. And I don't want to be doing this too late into the night. So I believe this is 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, 12 folded today. Oh, and guess what? We have crossed the 100 mark. So yes, we are now. There is only now 890 something. I'll post it on. Oh, hello there, Cyber. Shit, you came in at a time as I'm signing off. Damn it. Oh well, I guess I'll do it a little bit. Guess I'll do 2 more, just so that I know exactly how much is left. But yes, as I was just saying, we have crossed the 100 mark. We have folded more than 100 paper cranes as of today. So, 1/10 of the way there. Still quite a bit, still like 900 to go. Folding 1,000 paper cranes is a huge undertaking, but it's doable. Okay, and oh, come on. You pulled it off once. Oh, really? When did you do that? Do you have, like, were you doing it as a school project in Japan or something? Because that's the last time I folded 1,000 paper cranes, and it wasn't just me. It was the entire school when I was in Japan. Shit. Okay, so I cannot do it that way, so... There we go. That's better. When you were a kid in elementary school in America, huh? No, I don't remember. Like, no one when I was in elementary school wanted to fold 1,000 paper cranes. When I was in 4th grade, I remember people in the class. I suggested, oh, in Japan you fold 1,000 paper cranes, and the teacher was like, well, 1,000 isn't. We can't do 1,000, so why don't we do 100 instead? And there's a class project we folded like 100. But not 1,000. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I'm gonna do one more. And then call it a night. Oh, there's the gold. I'm not a fan of gold. Okay, the preview for my thing has not been working at all. It's been like buffering. It's been. Why didn't they do like 100 each class in America? Because only my class was doing it. In Japan, it's like they distribute it over the entire school, so like all 6 grades and all 3 of the classrooms, 3 or 4 of the classrooms in each grade. So yeah, in Japan you had to do a lot less. I had to do a lot less when I was in Japan. Okay. And ending the stream with weirdness. Oh god, is that the thing that you sent me? Um um do I want to click that link? I don't know if I do. because the thumbnail is weird as hell. Okay, so this should be 14. Do I want to click the link? You're sure I want to click the link? You're absolutely sure. Okay. The video is titled, "When Will You Learn Your Actions Have Consequences?"
Then your actions have consequences! When will you learn? When will you learn? Then your actions have consequences!
Yeah, that's a thing! You probably heard the audio, since I have the audio capture still on. Normally I turn it off, but apparently I left it on. Yeah, that was a thing. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I have no comments to say. Nothing. I cannot say anything about that. I'm just gonna leave it. I'll see you guys, tomorrow when I decide to fold more. I will fold more. Let's hope that I can reach 1,000. And still have time to send it to the Peace Park, because I cannot leave these in my house. I just cannot. So, I will see you guys tomorrow.